Hey everyone, welcome back to another listing overview. This listing is one of my most recent ones, OrlandoBeaches.com. I'm from Orlando, so I found this domain on Flippa at a no reserve auction, like I always suggest doing, looking for no reserve and flipping the domains by adding value to them and then turning them into websites and flipping them essentially. So I bought this domain, Orlando Beaches, for $70. It was by negotiation, so I think I put a bid in, and it didn't hit the reserve for this one, or maybe this was a no reserve, but I don't remember. But I know I negotiated with the seller, and we came to the agreement of $70. It was a 7-year-old, or actually a 14-year-old domain name. Which is good. When you look for a domain name, you want an older domain name is always better because it has more, I guess, juice with Google, I guess you could say. I don't know, that's just what kind of I've read. I'm not sure how correct that is, but there were, 22,000 exact match, broad match searches. It's a cool geo domain. Orlando, and I'm from Orlando, so I know that it's growing. It's a very trending market. There's all kinds of money coming in here. A lot of investment, apartments, attractions. It's growing. So with beaches, I knew that I could just build a beach directory, because when people come to Orlando, they type in Orlando beaches on Google. Even though there's no beaches in Orlando itself, the beaches are still like 200 miles away. Or not 200 miles away. There's beaches like, they're like an hour drive away from Orlando. So instead, I made a beach directory along with a hotels and entertainment directory. So I built the website, designed the logo and designed the feature icons, built it on WordPress just like always, with the Listify theme, the Listify directory theme, and then a lot of other plugins that I have developers licenses for. I put only 50 listings in this one, so 50 hotels, beaches, and other entertainment spots. Coming down. It was 13-year-old domain. I always write the highlights in the seller's notes. It's a booming economy. Then I just kind of go over the idea, how I'm a local. Then I explain the monetization method, what's included in the sale, why I'm selling. And that was it, and it actually did really well. I made a little bit of a profit with it sold at $420. So that's just an example of what you can do with some value-add domain flipping. Short video, but I just wanted to go over that one and kind of the basic details of it. Pretty simple, not too hard. Took me a little bit of time to make the logo and buy the. I bought images from Shutterstock. Think of anything else. In the listing title, I put directory and no reserve in capital letters with some asterisks. So that's interesting. That worked. It had 53 watchers, which was a lot for now. During this state of Flippa, it's good to have over 50 watchers and 10 bidders. So that's about it. One last thing for this listing, what you could do is whenever you put out a new listing, if it's a similar site, if it's a similar monetization method or similar business model, you could always go into your bidders and message them directly. So someone who was bidding on it but didn't win, you could say, hey, I have another website for sale. You might be interested. Check it out. So that's just another way to get your listing in front of more people, get more bids on it, and ultimately have a successful listing. But anyway, that about wraps it up. As always, go ahead and check out my website, selltheshovels.net, where you could find my entire training course where I go in detail how I set up a directory site, where I build the logos, set up all the different plugins. It's all there, and it's at a really cool price. And this is something that you're not going to make $1 million doing, but this is something that you can use to pay off debt very easily, make extra income, and maybe even start a small side business out of it. You don't have to be doing this 40 hours a week. So anyway, if you have any questions, feedback, feel free to message me on the site. I'm always responsive, and talk to you soon. Bye.